Hello everyone, you're watching Can You See Fish? Welcome back to another episode of Dissecting Sodor. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at Thomas's branch line as presented on the 2014 Sam Wilkinson map. So we are going to be starting off this time at Knapford. Now in the mainline video that I did before, I mentioned that I think that Thomas's branch line should start at Tidmouth in episodes like Better Late Than Never. He's shown at Tidmouth pulling Annie and Clarabelle, so I think he should really start at Tidmouth. But here you can see at the Knapford the line splits off from a junction where we then go over Crow's Farm Crossing. This is of course where Percy crashes into the cartload of lime in Ghost Train. And continuing on, we pass the classic Windmill, which I believe is what is featured in the intros of series 1 to 7. We then pass over a bridge, which goes over the Harbour Line, and we stop at Dryo. This is where Harold lives, and there is an airfield here, as you can see. Moving further on, we get to Dryo FC, and even further on from that, we get to a junction. Let's go along the Harbour Line now, which is part of Thomas's branch line. Moving along here, as you can see, we reach the lead mines. This is of course where Thomas falls down a mine in the episode Down the Mine. Then we then get to the goods depot. I believe this is what is seen in Thomas Gets Bumped, I may be wrong. We then go over another crossing and go under the bridge that I just said we passed over, where we then go under the both Thomas's line again, as well as Knapford, as well as the main line, sorry, and reach the old harbour. Now, Knapford has a new harbour, but this is the old harbour, as you can see, Harbour Station, and that is the Harbour Line. So, travelling back up said line, we get back to the junction, and continuing on, we get to Torry Wreck. This is the station. I believe that's seen in episodes like from Series 3 and 4, such as Train Stops Play. I believe it's where Stepney stops. Moving further up again, we get to McColl's Farm. And even further through that, we then go through what I can only guess to be Torry Wreck Town. It seems there's a built-up area here. I can only imagine that to be Torry Wreck. And we then get to the sports field halt, of course, as featured in 3 Cheers for Thomas in Series 7. We then get to Elsbridge, which is where the loop line from the main line, as you can see here, meets with Thomas's branch line, and Edward and Henry's, as well as James's trains, have been seen transferring here for the branch line. Continuing further on, we go past the watermill. That's after passing the River Els, of course, on the Elsbridge, which is where Thomas goes fishing in the famous episode. Yeah, past the watermill and to Trotters Farm. And past that, we get to Maithwaite, as well as Maithwaite Forest and the Lightning Tree, as seen in one of the Jack and the Pack episodes. I can't remember which one. We then go across a crossing and come to Hackenbeck Tunnel, and on one side here, as you can see, we've got Mrs. Kindly's cottage, as featured in Thomas's Christmas party. On the other side, we have Finney's Farm and Hackenbeck Station. Finney's Farm, I believe, is Terence's field, and Hackenbeck is the station seen in Not So Hasty Puddings from Series 7. We then go through this bit of town here, through what I can only guess to be another bit of built-up area, and stop at Ffarquhar. This is where the branch line originally ended, and this is where Thomas's passenger route ends most of the time. He's seen travelling here in episodes like Thomas and Bertie's race, or whatever it's called, Thomas and Bertie, the Great Race, Thomas and Bertie's race, I don't know what it's called. From Series 1, you know the episode I'm talking about, along with some others like Thomas and the Guard. However, the line does not end there. It then continues on over the river bridge, which is here, and goes further up to the Quarry tram road, which is the lane and narrow gorge. I think the lane is what Mavis gets stuck on, I want to say, and the narrow gorge, I'm going to say, is where lorry 2 or 3 falls off the cliff in Horrid Lorry. On the other side of this, I think, a tunnel or a bridge here, we get to Ffarquhar Quarry, also known as Centre Island Quarry in Series 6, I believe, as well as Anofa Quarry in the new series. well, new series. I say new series, it's zoomed out a bit. I say new series, I mean the Andrew Brenner, the Brenner era. It then joins Toby's branch line at Arlesdale End, and that is Thomas's branch line. A much smaller line than the main line, but a very iconic line from the TV series, of course. In another video, we will take a look at how Thomas's branch line does technically continue on to the town of Ulfstead, but that will be part of the Toby's branch line video, which will be coming at some point. If there's anything that I forgot to mention on this map, do let me know in the comments below. You've been watching Can You See Fish? If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.